Hello, hello, hi, folks. Welcome. Happy Tuesday, in hopes that you squeezed more out of your day than the day squeezed out of you. Welcome. Good to see you. I'm going a little earlier, which is awesome. I'm actually gonna head out to the gymnasium after this. Thank you for so many of you guys have texted me, sent me chats. T-Money, what's happening? Buckle up, folks. So many of you have sent me chats and texts asking me if I'm okay. I'm okay because of the pancreas thing. So yeah, they're doing their thing. I'm gonna do my thing. I was talking to my best friend today, and he didn't know all this stuff. So I told him some of the stuff that's happening. He goes, "Dude, I'm so sorry." And I go, "Yeah." And I said, "You know what? I told the doctors, you guys do what you guys do, and I'm just gonna go back to basics and do what I what I know I should do. Which is get back to the routine of things." So thank you for all the messages and chats. Yes, I'm okay. I'm totally cool. Just it's about the comeback story. If you didn't watch the live last night, I got a little heated up. It's a good live, but it's all about the comeback story. So I appreciate all the love. T-Money, what's happening? Good to see you guys. So today I had an interesting conversation with a friend, a good friend, really good friend. It's not the same best friend, by the way. That best friend is different. A good friend. And some of you know that I have a side business that I run on my phone, and I build on the side, run an online thing. And it's funny because the friend of mine who actually said this today, I told him I'm going to do this live about him, and he's a fan of mine. I think he is anyway. I hope he stays a fan, but he watches my lives silently. So I know he's going to be watching this live for sure, because I told him it's about what we talked about. But so it's all about love, right? It's all about love. But that's funny. So if you're actually here live, I see the numbers, but I don't know who's here, who's not here. I mean, I see T-Money because he commented, but maybe you can throw a comment or say hi or what up, or throw some love, hate, what have you. But anyway, my friend told me today, and he said, Sean, you have a better chance of becoming successful if you just were to drop everything right now and go back to school, go back to medical school, and become a heart surgeon. And I thought that's really interesting, right? Then to be successful in network marketing, right? So he tells me I have a better shot of becoming successful if I were to drop everything now, go back to school, go back to medical school, and become a heart surgeon than to pursue network marketing or anything of that sort. And I thought that was really interesting for a couple of reasons, actually maybe 3 reasons. First, I got really heated. I got hot because I was like, ooh, I was just like bringing my, walls go up. But then I thought that was really interesting. For one, because he doesn't know me that long to know this about me. My dream was to become a heart surgeon. That was always my thing. That's funny that he said that. My thing was always to become a heart surgeon. So I'll give you, I don't know if they would want that. So I'll give you a very short little story. I don't know if I've shared this in a live before or not, but when I was going to college, in my biology class, Ashkon, what's up? Dude, what's happening, bro? Good to see you, my man. Good to see you. Miss you too, man. Tuna, baby, tuna. Inside joke. So yeah, when I was going to college, I in my biology class, we dissected, like frogs and stuff like that. So I can't believe I'm admitting to this stuff, but I took my cat, the cat that they gave us. Please don't hate me for this. That they dissect, and I took it home, and I really went to town because I was really curious about like all kinds of stuff, right? And we have at the college I was in, they had what's called a cadaver team, and you had to be a seasoned cutter to be able to get on that team, which means you dissect human cadavers. You prepare them for medical students with tags and stuff on them. If you've ever seen like medical students go around the table with little tags, they used to. So that's how it was. So those people, that's what they did. And every day, I used to walk by this room. Some of you actually are old friends of mine and actually know this about me. Which is funny. But I used to walk by this room every day, and I would peek in, and I'd be like, man, I see these guys and gals working, right? And I'd be like, oh my God, I would love to do that, right? Hey, Lori, how are you? Welcome. Good to see you. Welcome. Maybe tuna, baby. So every day I would walk by this room, and I wanted to be in that team, right? So one day, in my biology class, and my biology teacher, and I was a goofball, man. I was a great student, but I would joke and kid with everybody. But anyway, my professor comes to me, he goes, hey, somebody asked me, what happened to your cat? I go, what do you mean? He's all like, this thing is like is this yours, right? I go, yeah. He goes, you really dissected like really well. Like, how do you know how to dissect? I go, I actually don't. I just was really curious. And so I just started cutting. So I guess the word had got to around to the supervisor of the cadaver team. And she wanted to see me, right? And so I haven't told this story, I don't think ever. I don't think I've ever told this story, actually. Maybe like 2 people in my personal life know this story, maybe. I don't think I've ever told this story to this detail. But anyway, long story longer. She meets with me, she goes, hey, listen, if you take anatomy and physiology and you ace them, I'll give you a shot. Together. I'm like, all right, you're on, let's go. So that semester I had anatomy, physiology, calculus, I had English, and I had some other elective or something, right? And my life was flashcards. It's crazy. Flashcards and I was constantly studying. Anyway, I aced it. I got into cadaver team, right? And so my friend, when he told me today, he's all like, yeah, you have a better shot at becoming a heart surgeon than becoming successful in network marketing. I was like, how the heck did he know? Like, right? So I got into cadaver team. I'm gonna shrink the story. I can't tell the whole story, but I ended up doing about 2 years, actually about 3 years of cadaver dissection work. And my last project that I dissected a human spinal cord with his brain, and somewhere around this world there's a couple jars with my name on it that I dissected these 2 items, and they're in a jar. That's a true story. I don't think, like I said, there's like 2-3 people who know that story about me. And then all of a sudden, my dream was to become a heart surgeon. They would time me. I would be able to route the blood that leaves the heart from the superior vena cava. I still remember, goes through all the valves and the atriums and all this stuff, and comes back through the inferior vena cava back to the heart. I used to be able to say all that in 37 seconds. No joke. People used to time me for that, right? This is in college. Back in 1992, 3, 4, 1, that era. So some of you know I had a surgery in 93. I had 5 inches of my intestine removed. That's a whole other story. And overnight, I changed my mind. I didn't want to be a doctor anymore. Overnight, I was done. It was like especially in the Persian community, you're like that far, and then you're like, I think I'm gonna change now. You know, have you seen Forrest Gump? If you've seen Forrest Gump, that's one of my favorite movies. He's running, you know, for like days, weeks, months, and then all of a sudden he stops, and everybody's like, shh, he's gonna talk. And he turns around and goes, I just wanna go home. That was kind of me. Like, I just wanted to go home. I was done. Like, I did not want to look at another anatomy book, physiology book, chemistry book, nothing. So I went into psychology, right? That's a whole different subject. I'm going to stop right there. Now, today when my friend told me this, I thought about it, and I think, you know what? He's actually right. I do have a better shot at becoming more successful, at dropping everything now, going back to school, going back to medical school, and becoming a heart surgeon, than to become successful in network marketing. I think he's right. You guys are probably thinking, what the hell is he saying? I think, and I know you're going to watch my live, I think you're right. I think you are correct. I do have a better shot. In fact, everybody has that better shot. In fact, Team Money right here has a better shot of dropping everything, going back to school, going back to medical school, going back to residency and becoming a heart surgeon. I put my life on it. Lori here has that chance too. She has a much higher rate of success of dropping everything, whatever age you are in. I'm 49, right? I don't care what age you're in. You have a much higher success rate at dropping everything right now, going back to school, going to medical school, residency, and becoming a heart surgeon and becoming successful. Yeah, absolutely. Then to continue doing a network marketing thing. You know why? Are you ready for this? I'm gonna tell you why. Because I couldn't leave it just at that. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely right. So I did a little research because I'm kind of dry on what it takes to become a heart surgeon these days. I've been kind of out of loop, right? So what it takes is, after you complete your, obviously, bachelor's, you got 4 years minimum of medical school. Then you go to 4 years of surgery residency. Then you get to 2 years of heart specialized surgery residency. Then you get to practice. So you got 4, 4, and 2. That's what, 8 and 10 years, right? So it takes you 10 years from after bachelor's to, if you do everything by the book and you don't miss anything, you don't have any life, changes, or life doesn't throw you a curveball, you don't have a couple surgeries that you need to sit out on the bench for a while, nothing happens, no COVID happens, right? If everything goes well, you got 4, 4, and 2. In 10 years, you can become a heart surgeon, 100%. Yes. And here's what it would take. A heart surgeon, I did the research. I went to my friend Google, and Google said that it would take anywhere between $250,000 to $500,000 to become a heart surgeon. So $250,000 to $500,000 to become a heart surgeon. Stay with me. Those of you who are staying on, I know you're tuning in, okay? I know you're actually tuning in. Stay with me. So $250,000 to $500,000 to become a heart surgeon, okay? But then, what do you get out of it, right? I mean, you can't go through 10 years of hell be in debt for $500,000 and then be like, what the hell do I do now, right? No, there is some good news, all right? So an average, I don't know what that means, an average heart surgeon right now makes anywhere between $340,000 to $400,000 a year. Okay, so you got a $500,000 debt, you could wipe that out pretty quick, right? But 10 years, $500,000, and you can make about $340,000. Let's just say $300,000 to $400,000 a year. Anybody could do that. I guarantee you. I told you, I'll put my life on it. T-Money can do that. Lori can do that. Arthur, who's on, can do that. I'm telling you, I can do that. Here's the thing. Why the hell would I want to? Here's the point. When you want to become a heart surgeon, here's what you do. You're working, putting in time, effort. When everybody's partying, you're not partying. You know why? Because you're studying. You're putting in the work for 10 years without income. Hear me out. You're putting in work 10 years. Years. There's no break in between. 10 years of solid work, studying, busting your ass. No partying, no Christmasing, no Thanksgiving, no vacationing, eating ramen noodles for 10 years. And then you come out with $500,000 in debt. You hear me? You hear me? And then your first year, you make $300,000. Anybody can do that. Anybody who puts in 10 years of that much work and effort and sacrifices everything for 10 years, no income, and $500,000 in debt, absolutely deserves to be a heart surgeon. 100%. T-Money can do it. Lori can do it. Any dud can do it. If you put in 10 years worth of work, study your ass off, say goodbye to all the sports and the events and partying and this and that, say hello to 18-hour day residencies for 6 years, and then get out with $500,000 in debt, and then to look forward to carry a badge that says I'm a heart surgeon and I make $300,000. Yeah, anybody can do that. Anybody can do that. A janitor can do that. You put in 10 years worth of specialized training and studying in any field. Yeah, you're going to be successful. You know what the problem is with network marketing, folks? I'm going to tell you what it is. You may not like it. This is not for you to like. You won't put 10 minutes worth of work. You won't put 10 minutes worth of work. But you're willing to go 10 years busting your ass, no money, come out with $500,000 in debt? Really? 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 In an environment where education doesn't really get you wealth. You hear me? There's a lot of educated people who are dead broke, who drive Uber. Yeah. Education doesn't get you wealth. Not in this world. An 8-year-old last year made $15 million on TikTok reviewing toys. If you don't get that, I'm sorry. An 8-year-old made $15 million last year on TikTok. Now you tell that kid, you know what, kid? I want you to put that stuff away. I want you to go become a heart surgeon. Folks, in anything you put in work, you're going to get some crap out of it. Listen to me. I haven't put in work for 2,032 days of working out. I've lost 49 pounds. Yeah, I didn't do crap. So that's why I lost the weight. That's why I got unhealthy. Guess what? Now I'm putting the work in. And I told you last night, it's the comeback story. Memorial weekend, right? That's my thing. That's what I keep running in my head. You put in work in anything, you're gonna get it. You tell me it's better to become a heart surgeon, to have $500,000 in debt, 10 years. You put in 10 years worth of work in this kind of environment. You're telling me you're gonna suck? You put in 18 hours worth of work and study in network marketing a day for 10 years. You tell me you're gonna suck? You tell me you're gonna come out with $500,000 in debt, or are you gonna become a millionaire? We have people in our company that make $400,000 a month. No income claims. That's just what it is. And there's people who make zero. You know why? I don't know. Maybe they just both sit on the couch and they say, and just because this guy is better looking, this guy gets to have $400,000 a month. And just because this guy's a little shorter, doesn't get it. You think that's the reason? Why the hell do you think this guy makes that much? Because he's a freaking machine. Because he's doing his 10 years, 18-hour days. He's putting in the time and the effort. That's why. And he freaking deserves it. I mean, straight up. You won't even take 10 minutes to look at something just for humor, to take a look at something, right? So if you can't, come on, folks, come on. Stay with me here. I'm asking you, okay? I'm asking you. Don't fool yourself with stuff. You know what I mean? That stuff don't work no more. It don't. It doesn't work anymore. You gotta be more realistic than that. You gotta be looking at both sides. Yeah, a heart surgeon is successful because a heart surgeon actually puts in the time and the work. I mean, that's just simple. An engineer is successful because guess what? He put in time and the work. I mean, a movie star is successful. Why? Because he put in time, effort, work, busted his ass, lost the cash, sold his dog, had $110 in his account. His wife was screaming at him, saying, "What the hell you're going after?" That's this guy right here behind me. Yeah, that's why he's successful. Because he put in the time and the effort and the work. Some of us are not willing even to put 10 minutes in our business. 10 minutes. So how can you be all, no, that stuff don't work anymore. This is the more reasonable thing to say. You know what? If you were to drop everything and do all out, all in work, put in your heart and soul and effort into anything, you would be successful. If you choose to be a heart surgeon, wonderful. If you choose to be a plumber, absolutely wonderful. If you choose to be a janitor, great. If you choose to be a network marketer, more power to you. I mean, it's that simple. If you're not willing to put in the time, I mean, how do you think a farmer, how do you think we get all these vegetables and all this stuff and the meat and all this stuff? How do we get them? Just kind of by osmosis, they're just going to jump in and just, oh, do you know how many people are working to get this stuff to us? Night and day? Because they're putting in the time and the effort. And that's with everything. Relationship, business, side business, job, whatever it is, gardening, I don't know, whatever you're doing, you know, whatever you're doing, if you're not putting in the time and the effort and the sacrifice and the this and the that, it ain't the industry, it ain't the sector, it's you and your work ethic. It's mine. I suck. People I deal with all the time, I should be gonna, oh my God, right? I'm just saying, you guys, it's more important to focus on that. Focus on saying, hey, listen, you know what? I gotta do this more, or I gotta look at that more, or and I'm not talking about network marketing, I'm just talking in life, right? It's just with everything. If the time and the effort is not, I have my cousin as a doctor, right? He's, I think 38, something like that, and he's been a doctor. And when he went through his residency, all we could hear is that if I had to do it all over again, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't ever do it. He still says it. And he's a doctor right now. You put in 10 years, 10 hours a day into anything. I mean, come on. You already know. You already know. You already know. So the answer is, hey, I'm not willing to put that time in. I'm just not. Right? So, but I really do, and I truly mean this from the bottom of my heart. I truly believe that my friend is right. I said it 100 times. I really feel like he's right. He could even say you could be more successful dropping everything and going for engineering or whatever. Yeah, if I put in that time and the effort and everything, yeah, I'd be a very good engineer, I guess. The point is, why would I? Right? Why would I do that? At the end of the day, it comes, a friend of mine said, you know what, I want to leave a legacy for my friends, or for my kids, for my kids. And he may be watching this live. And I'm going to end with this because I know this is a very long live, longer than I usually like to do. But how are you going to leave a legacy? How? The method. How? When they look back, like the family line, when they look back, what does that look like? Legacy means you leave a trail for people. It's not about you, right? Legacy. People, not you. When you leave a legacy, you leave something behind for more than just you. That's what it means. So many people admire what you did before you left. That's what's called a legacy. People admire that. People gravitate towards that. Right? Emily, how are you? Welcome, welcome. That's what a legacy means. How are you going to do that? How? Listen, that's not my question. That's your question for you. I've answered my question. I thought you got to answer yours. I mean, you know, that's how you do it. You leave when you want to, if you really want to, if you want to. I always said, even when I was a kid, I didn't even know what this meant, but I remember saying, I just want to put a dent in the world. where I am, I just want to put a dent in the world. Like I was here. That's all I want. I just want to put a little dent in the world. Right? I just was here. That's a legacy. Now, when you do that by like impacting lives after lives after lives. Not just your life. What kind of legacy is that? That kind of sucks. Right, sorry. But it does that. That ain't no legacy. That's like a, I don't know. Anyway, hopefully you guys, I'm so glad to see some of you actually stayed on still with my heat, but I appreciate that. That means a lot. Hopefully you got some love. Definitely got some inspiration, some value. I'm hoping you guys did. And nothing but love. But I thought this was such a good topic. And it was interesting because at first I was like, how did he know that? But yeah, so if you're confused about that part, you may want to have to go back and watch the replay. But I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you got some love, some inspiration, some value. If you feel you did, share it, tag people, share it on your wall, do what you gotta do, spread the love. And you know, even if you drop hate or whatever, drop it in the comments, let the feed grow. I appreciate you guys. I come back to, I'm about to hit the gym, so I will not be responding to messages right now because it closes soon, and I'm in my zone right now. So I'm about to hit the road. But when I come back, I will definitely respond to all the messages and the chats. You know I do. So I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys got some love, and yeah. And remember, if you share, you show that you care. Until tomorrow, when we do it all over again. Much love.